Hi everyone, we're Matt and Alyssa Higgins from Philadelphia, PA, and today we're going to talk about lesson 1, which is challenges to long-term success. At this point, we've had the opportunity to walk through the initial assessment forms with our clients, the 3-day food log, and the readiness for change assessment. And it's really exciting now because the people that we're working with are the people that are dedicated, the people that are committed to making a long-term change when it comes to their fitness and their overall health. So in this lesson, this week, we really get a chance to dive into our clients' existing habits. And there may be many challenges, and there's likely many challenges that they're facing when we lift the hood and look at everything with them. On a typical day for most people, there's several opportunities where we may be able to improve. Just a few examples. Many people are skipping breakfast in the morning, or many people are eating a sugary cereal, a glass of orange juice, and thinking it's healthy. Snacking late before bed. When we're on the go, grabbing food out of vending machines or fast food, just to be able to eat something. Bad habits are difficult to address. Can be difficult to address. They can be even more difficult to address when the clients that we're working with don't even realize that they're bad habits. And that's where our job as coaches really comes in, is to work with them and discuss and figure out these different habits that they have in place and set some goals for improvement.
So the first thing that you want to do with your clients is you want to find out their goal, what they're looking to accomplish. So at the end of the 8 weeks, the end of the 24 days, what is success going to look like to them? So what you want to do is you want to figure out why their goal is significant to them. Maybe their goal is to lose 15 pounds, and that's great, but you want to figure out why that is important. So you need to ask more questions and ask good questions and say, that's great that you want to lose 15 pounds, but why do you want to lose that? And they might say, I have a upcoming trip and I'm going to be in front of people, or I don't fit into my clothes that I used to fit into. I'm feeling really down on myself. But you really want to figure out why that goal is significant to them and how it's going to impact their life after they lose the 15 pounds. What's their life going to look like at that point? How's it going to be different? And then you also want to use the limiting factor worksheet. And this is for you as a coach. And this is where you want to just keep track of looking at their food log and talking to them throughout the weeks. Every week you're going to look at this chart and you're going to write down, start with one limiting factor. What are they doing? Are they skipping breakfast? And then that is the habit that you want them to focus on for that week. So if they're skipping breakfast, then their goal is going to be having breakfast every day of that week. And then when you check back in the second week, the next week, you want to see, hey, are you having breakfast every week? If they say, yeah, actually, I've been doing great with that, this is what I've been having, then you can move on to a second limiting factor. If they say, no, I really haven't, then you want to stay right there until they accomplish that goal and make that a habit for themselves. So for some people, you might get through 8 different limiting factors, one every week for them to work on. And for other people, it might be a slower process and you might only get through 3 or 4 because they really need to. It takes them a couple weeks to really make that change and develop that into their daily routine. So this limiting factor sheet is for you as a coach. You're going to keep track as you go through every single week. You're going to set the goals for them, and you're going to use this to check back in weekly.
So we've talked about a couple of different inputs towards this limiting factor sheet, and there's one other that's very important, and that's the social support questionnaire. So we know that we're a positive voice in our clients' heads, but we're not exactly sure what the voices of the folks around them, their social network, are putting into their minds. So the purpose of this social support questionnaire, it's important to have them fill this out, because then we can understand what is their social network saying to them. Are they nudging them in a negative direction, or are they nudging them in a positive direction? And understanding that can help us, help them make some of the changes, or identify some other limiting factors that may go on that sheet that Alyssa was talking about. So it's a very important one. We want to make sure that our clients do fill out during this this lesson.
Yeah, and let them know that you're there to be a support system for them. So they might not have anybody else, and you might be that support system that they need. And let them know about the group that we have here and everything like that. So that is chapter 1, keys to long-term success. In 2 days, you're going to hear from Charlie and Tammy Smith that are going to bring to you chapter 2. So watch out for that on Monday. Have a good weekend, guys.